Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 4 with Black Ice, and of course we're playing as Japan. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. Many great videos on Hearts of Iron and other games, so love to see you around. Excuse me. Okay, so we're still very much in the preparatory stages here. Okay, 1940. Well, no, I think what we need to do here is come over here and do steel factory level 2. Will allow us to build more factories in and around Japan. We also need to do more naval lines too, but steel and aluminum. Aluminum is the real tricky thing for us currently. We want to fill the sky with zeros and naval bombers. I still remember an old Mike Myers joke on Saturday Night Live, you know, all things Scottish and pizza. But for a little store. So, we want all kinds of aircraft plus naval bombers. Always more naval bombers. There we go, a hero class CVL. Is that a CVL? Whatever. Okay, good. Well, I thought that was a bigger. Well, maybe. Oh, it is a smaller class. Okay, well. That's the CVs. Oh well. Well, we want to do that too. So let's get this rocket and let's come over here. Excuse me. Class. This is the CV. We're going to keep that going. When that's finished, then we'll see about picking out these guys. How fast are they? Max range, speed 25. This is speed 34, right? Yeah, we'll build one or two of those. Those should be considerably cheaper to build. Norway has capitulated. Wow. Okay. Sort of lost track of watching Norway. We had been watching Yugoslavia, which is being crushed, it looks like. Well, okay, so we're a lot into the green here. Good, 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 great. Okay. So that means we are at least producing everything we sort of think we need to produce. Including mountain guns and anti-aircraft guns. Good, good. Let's produce some more heavy bombers, even though they're sort of old and outdated. And we have, well, not here, what I want to look. Okay, 2 more factories coming in, one very soon. So let's build more zeros. And No, the French have showed up here. Maybe they were here before. Improved computing machines, good. Which will speed up all the technical research, which is great. Come over here. Well, first, 48 days, 40 days. Get the heavy cruiser done first. Again, they take longer to build. And light cruisers, so might as well get them researched first. Okay, we're motivating the add a civilian, motivated dockyard output, 2 buildings, military factory, political power. Military factory, yeah, we're gonna do this. Excuse me. Okay. Hiru-class aircraft carriers. The Naval Construction Bureau has finished the development of the Hiro class. Okay. I really quite honestly don't know recently. My Japanese I learned back in the 1980s, and so before many of you were born. Though I know there's a lot of good old people watching this channel as well. And there were 2 or 3, 2 at least, no more than, I don't think 3, competing ways of writing what is called Romaji. And maybe, as you can sort of tell, that is Roman writing. Okay, Latin script. These letters that we see here. And I think they've now standardized it down into one, and I think it is the one that I was learning at the time. As sort of a standardization of stuff, there is kanji, which is the the sort of Chinese style writing that you may be sort of used to in seeing, the pictograms kind of thing. And then Japan had 2 other native alphabets, hiragana and katakana, and those are both have a phonetical link to the words, meaning you, like, I don't know, the word Kate, we know how you don't have to know how to spell it to at least or wait, how do I put this? Because you can spell different possible ways. You can you know how to pronounce it by looking at it, pretty much. This here, Nakajima, that is the style of writing of Romaji that I learned here. And although my accent is probably atrocious, it'd be more Nakajima or something like that. And that's probably bad too. But that is a way of writing that it's not entirely consonant vowel, but because you get like T S U tsu. Is how it's sort of truncated and it's tsu. And like well, whatever. But so you get there is some double consonants next to each other, but it is sort of standardized formulaic, and that's what I sort of know with my sort of American accent. I can pronounce Nakajima right always, and you can throw more or less any Japanese word at me, and I will pronounce it again with my accent correctly. Again, it's not maybe correct for Japanese, but if you know what I mean. But this Hio, with I don't know what it's not an umlaut, I don't think, but whatever that is above it, and this apostrophe Y for Junyo, or whatever. I don't know how those weren't in the alphabet. They did away with any of those sort of accented letter elements, so that you might do YU, YO, YA, or YOO for, you know, an extended, which is Iyo is sort of how I'm going with that. But I don't even know, because this was explained at the beginning of my 3 years of study of Japanese, that there's these two things, and we're doing this one. There's this other one. Don't worry about it. We're doing this. And at least at the time, I was told it was the one that was becoming dominant and knowledgeable. So this makes a fourth alphabet for Japanese, or a fourth lettering system. The third sort of alphabetical system, because the other two, I learned the full katakana alphabet. The hiragana I was starting to learn at the end of the third year, and never fully got there on hiragana. Learning it, it's a different style of lettering, if you will. Katakana and hiragana are an alphabetical lettering system that you would, because like mitsu, that's where I was talking about before, mitsu bishi, is you would spell that out in these other things, as opposed to doing a pictogram that's based on the Chinese thing. So I'm too bad on katakana anymore, but so this is why some of these things, and these are they're using the standard spellings for the ships that were, I don't know who started using, the British or the Americans or whatever, you know, translating the words at the time back in the 30s and the 40s. So so they've stuck with them as to reduce confusion, but it's confusing my pronunciation. Okay, so let's continue with this. The Hiyo class aircraft carrier. The two Hiyo class aircraft carriers were built for the Imperial Japanese Navy during World War II. Both ships of the class Hiyo and Junyo were originally laid down as luxury passenger liners before being acquired by the Imperial Japanese Navy for conversion to aircraft carriers in 1941. Their air group was originally intended to consist of 12 Mitsubishi AM-5 Cloud fighters, plus 4 in storage, and 18 Aichi D-3A Val dive bombers, with an additional 2 in reserve, and 18 Nakajima B-5NK torpedo bombers. This was revised to substitute a dozen Mitsubishi AM-6 Zeros fighters, plus 3 in storage for the AM-5s by the time the ship was in commission. The AM-5, if I'm pretty sure I'm not mistaken, is a aircraft that doesn't have retractable landing gear. So the AM-6 is much better. Now, when they say storage, what a lot of that is, and on some of the other, I know on some of the British and a few of the American aircraft carriers, the hangar deck, below the flight deck, was pretty tall. And what they could do is disassemble some aircraft, and take the wings off of it. Presumably, if these are the earlier fixed landing gear, take the landing gear off, and maybe even remove part of the tail, and just sling them up on on the roof of the hangar deck there, so that they were quite impossible to use in any operational sense. You'd have to take them down and put them together again, and it's not that difficult. I mean, you could probably because there's like a trained assembly crew who knows how to assemble things fast, versus guys just know how to do things, but looking at the manual that this is the procedure. So you could probably put them together in a day, or something, a day for each one, and if you have crews enough and space enough to do it, to replace losses, whether sometimes obviously combat losses you may be thinking, but you can also just hard landings, coming in, not doing so well. And the pilot surviving and being fine, or something on a carrier. So you would want a few additional aircraft in storage to do immediate replacements for things like that. Well, we're looking pretty good for most of this stuff. I'm thinking about going for the IGO. I'm wondering, is there anything else that I've sort of forgot to build enough of? Not radios coming in, hopefully enough of that. Yeah, we aren't building any of those heavy stuff right now, so could, but so yes, let's start building some. One factory's worth. Now, getting up for aluminum, so, and oil. Let's see if we can trade for some aluminum here. Already got all of the stuff coming in from Beijing, which we really could use if we need to, but so, Vichy, France for now? Let's go with that. I do have, I believe, still in the queue, yeah, one steel, / aluminum factories working on. Italy took 18 states with the Treaty of Belgrade. Basically, leaving these sort of piddly little states. What's this up here? Okay. That's to be able to, I think, give it to Hungary if Hungary was involved in the war or something. The Italian Empire is getting bigger. If it does have a war with Greece now, I think it could likely win because, oh look, the Germans are still not doing well up in the Netherlands. How interesting. Oh, the Serbian Empire. How interesting. Germany take this? I guess so. Italy could probably win against Greece because it's a bigger border and it knows to like send troops around this way. If it goes to war, which I'm presuming it will. Okay, Prince Koto Hito retires. After many years of service, this upstanding military leader has decided to quit. We wish him happy retirement. Political power. -40 gains. Hajime Sugiyama, which grants Army Drill Expert 10. Okay. Now we need to, yeah. Let's look at our government here, so. Okay, well, I guess we don't have any particular holes. Okay, that's who we just swapped to. Hideki Tojo. I should update my government stuff, but I have it. Sorry about that for those older mods. Okay, we still are just. We can build more flat guns. I think we could do that. I think that would be good. Because I don't want to introduce flat guns until I have a fairly decent batch of them. I really don't want to start doing too much more oil for, as in more tanks just yet. That's off a long time. Oh no, a year. So it's not that long. Okay, improved decimetric radar. radios. That's important, the decryption, but let's... Well, almost here to 41, so we want to hit these quickly as I can in about 16, 17 days or whatever. So let's just wait on those, because I want to do all that industrial improvement as fast as possible. Fighter bomber programs, good. Second Ljubljana Awards, okay. I don't know how that's affecting everything now that we have a different Bulgaria. Oh, well, I guess they sort of got that extra territory there from Greece. Even though they, I don't know. Okay, there, and fire. Okay, we're pausing that. So, well, we're not striking the U.S., and I'm sort of thinking I'm not planning on striking the U.S. at all. Now, they may come to war with us, but, well, at some point, if I got Australia and all the other Pacific, and we're doing well, then we may take it to them. But, advanced torpedoes, long range torpedo range 100%. Naval base expansion, Kyushu, Marshall Islands. Let's do this now. And here, like the other, well, we're waiting on that, but we'll just wait. I want to rush that industrial technologies through. The Shokaku class aircraft carrier, the Naval Construction Bureau had finished the development of the Shokaku class aircraft carrier. The two Shokaku class carrier, Shokaku and Zuikaku, were ordered in 1937 as part of the third Naval Armaments Supplement Program, completed shortly before the start of the war in the Pacific in 1941. They have been called arguably the best aircraft carriers in the world when built. The Shokaku class carriers were initially intended to have an air group of 96, including 24 aircraft in reserve. All of these aircraft were either superseded by larger, more modern aircraft or canceled while the ship was being built. So the aircraft received was a total of 84. So yeah, okay, smaller aircraft. We'll be back to researching naval stuff shortly. First, like I say, industry. Oh, looks like the German finally won up there. Really still messing around with Egypt, or the British in Egypt there, and have totally lost their Ethiopian empire. This is so much better now that we have this dead zone and other ones. I'd probably still add more, but I might be wrong in some cases. Like I add more here, but I know there's the Burma Road, but I'd make this much narrower. I'd also make some of this more narrower here. Just infrastructure goes so low and it's pretty damn rugged. It's just the idea, not that you can't like get across this border here, but back then, you know, the 30s and 40s, could you really move and then supply, oh, we're past the time, move and then supply divisions across those terrains without really massive building projects? And most of the answer is no. I'll put, yeah. And here. Which one? Growth and efficiency. Go with this one. Not necessarily better than the other one to have first, but we'll just do that. Okay, let's see. Reorganized Republic of China demands Taiwan. Although we are among first to rule Taiwan, China demands we give it to them. What should we do? We would like to maintain the peace between us. How dare those barbarians? I don't... What the hell? I'm guessing this is a national focus, but unified China. Is that it? Demand to Tibet, to befriend Tibet. Nah. Still behind. Okay, so they are. We got nuclear physics, despotism, black laboratory. Made him to see king. I know we did sort of puppet them, but because we're playing Tojo's War. Oh, demand Taiwan. So this is what they Taiwan Fleet Hub. Wow, that needs to be removed from a possibility, or being able to do it if they're a puppet of Japan. We're going to say no, of course. Or did that sort of disappear, I guess? How did that disappear? We say yes or no? Oh. Oh, hell. We're going to get back to an autosave here. Load game, because I'm not going to say yes to this BS. Okay. Well, we're back to here. You know what I think I'm going to do is something that, well, not that you can't. You can do this, but not that but most of you won't. I think I'm going to go in and mod this damn thing. That is just too objectionable for me. I am not going to stand to have that happen, because we can look here. Demand Taiwan. I think I can mod it so that it's unavailable. from here. So I can put your easiest thing for maybe your date later than like 1948 or something like that. That would be the easiest way for me to do that. So, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna end the episode here because I need to do that now. Go bitch at the black ice guys to fix that thing. So, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for liking the videos. I do appreciate that. And please post questions, comments, suggestions, ideas. Love hearing from you. See you next time for more Hearts of Iron.